Today on UV Design Tips and Tricks, we talk WordPress plugins. If this is the first time you're watching a UV Design Tips and Tricks video, I'd like to say thank you. I appreciate it. And if this is a second time or a third time or a fourth, I appreciate that also. I appreciate everyone that's watching this video right now. And if you haven't yet, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We like to put out a lot of content that we believe is helpful for you. I have previous knowledge in making WordPress sites for myself and for other people, and I've had several years in hosting experience working for a hosting company, a pretty major one, and understanding what a lot of people have issues with understanding how websites work, how cPanel works, how VPS works. And that's what we're here to do, to provide you knowledge so you just know. Knowledge is power, they say, right? So let's get started today. So today's tutorial, we're going to keep going on with the Fix It and Post Films websites. And now you have a child theme created, you have your Divi theme picked out, or any theme that you have picked out, because this video will still be not really down that rabbit hole with Divi, because once we go down that rabbit hole, it's kind of hard to get out of it, because I'm not going to show you how to make a website with 50 different themes. I don't have time for that. I'm sorry. But anywho, this is what the default WordPress site will look like once you activate the Divi theme. And let's get started with some plugins. All right, there are a couple plugins that I definitely recommend. You have the Asismet anti-spam one. You'll have to activate it, and then you'll have to get API code, API key from WordPress.com. It's pretty easy to do that. Let's just go and do that right now. Disconnect this account, get your API key. So when you activate it for the first time, this is what you're going to see. Get your API key. You're going to log into your WordPress.com. WordPress.com is the business side for WordPress. It's how they make their money. WordPress.org is the free WordPress kit that you are working on. WordPress.com offers hosting solutions, well, somewhat of a solution, and other things, but I heard it's a pain in the ass to take your site off their server, and some of their themes are only available on their site. So if you bring it over to whatever hosting company you do, you're probably SOL. But hey, we're showing you a tutorial how to make a new theme. Not how to make a new theme, but how to create a website with a theme that is available to anyone and everyone. So we're going to go ahead and activate this site. Activate. And again, what the hell is that? Every tutorial, there's something wrong. Will everything go perfect? Will everything go perfect? Will anything go perfect? You know what? We're just going to go ahead and steal this API key from my other website. Who cares? It's free. Get your API key. Nope, that's what we're already doing. We want to click here, connect. And perfect. Now it's doing this. Strictness. Silently discard the worst and most pervasive spam, so I never see it, because I could care less. Now, this is good. Akismet, let's explain what Akismet does. It helps spam, so you don't get a bunch of spam comments, because if you don't, you're going to get flooded with spam. Your database is going to grow. Your hosting server isn't going to like it. Your company's not going to like it. I've seen people with a gigabyte worth of database, and it's all filled with spam. When you delete it, their database was only like 50 megs. So I've seen this number hit over 10,000 before. People just are like, oh, it's a big number. I don't know what it means, so I'm not going to do anything about it. Well, this helps you do that. Now, this is for, you want to use this if you're going to have comments on your website. You know, a forums website, discussions, anything like that. But let's say you're Joe the Plumber, which I don't know why you'd have a WordPress site to begin with, but Joe the Plumber, if you do have a WordPress site or any other website where it's just more informational, get some information, don't even use this plugin. Don't use it, because what's the point? You don't want anyone to comment, right? You don't want anyone to say things, whatnot. So there's this awesome plugin. It's pretty self-explanatory. Disable comments. And all you do is install, activate that, and no one can comment on your site whatsoever. So you don't need to ask them. So you need one or the other. You choose. You make that decision. You're an adult. You make that life decision. Limit login attempts I like because, again, it can limit how many people are trying to access your site, or at least the back end. You can whitelist IPs, so it always knows yours is good to go. Bunch of other stuff. Take a look. It's pretty nice. One plugin that I really like is, there's 2 versions of it. Optimus. I think that's how you spell it. No, that's not how you spell it. Yay. Hold on one second here, people. Okay, well, I'm not sure why it's there, so we're just going to do this. We're going to show you how to upload a plugin that you can't find in the store. WordPress plugin. Why not, right? Go in here. You're at wordpress.org. Here's the plugin. Click the download button. It's a zip file. Keep the zip file. Come here, upload plugin, choose file, and find it. Oh, there it is. Oh, look, it's right there. Install now. I would like to activate the plugin. Yay. Let's do that. Now that is plugged in, or that is updated and installed and activated. It's a free plugin. What this does, wow, I can't believe that. I didn't even explain what this plugin does. This plugin will compress your photos for you. So if you, for some reason, like to upload very large photos, you need them compressed so the server can load them at a respectable time, because most high-def photos are too big in file size for web browsers to load at a reasonable rate. Photographers usually upload them really high resolution. You know, there's really no reason that these photos need to be over, I don't know, a couple megs, to be super honest with you. I mean, unless you just want some really like big website where just photos take full screens, you know, people are watching them, or not watching, looking your website at huge monitors, 4K monitors and stuff like that. Most people are looking on their phones. And how big is your phone? Like the size of your palm. There's there is a paid version. Don't look. I have my API key. The paid version is not very much. You can use it for many sites you want. We're going to blur that out so you can't see it because I don't want you using mine. Activate. What this does is allows me to integrate it with HTTPS, which all my sites do because I put an SSL on all my websites. So that's another plugin I suggest you using. Another one is you want to know how your website's doing when it comes to traffic, right? So there's multiple ones you can do out there. I like the Google Analytics for WordPress by Monster Insights. It's nice. I use the free version. There is a paid version that gets a little more in depth. If I want more in depth, I'll just go to Webmaster Tools. But hey, for a quick peruse of how my traffic's doing and to integrate that Google juice into my website, I like this one. Another one that is pretty common is Yoast for SEO. Even if you're an SEO expert, you still have to put in that meta description, into your website. So it's a great way to just integrate that into it. You can try their premium. I think it's like $70 per site. It gives you multiple keywords. You can do 301 redirects and some fun stuff like this. Go ahead and allow Monster Insights. We are not going to set up Google Analytics right now because this website is not really going to be a website after it's all said and done. So traffic I could care less about. So you're probably going to have a contact form on here. I like Ninja Forms. I used to be a big Contact Form 7 guy because it was free. Oops, do I have to spell out, technically to spell out forms? What? Oh yeah, add new, duh. Add new. See, I'm having a day, guys. And girls. Ninja Forms. Okay. So, back to my point. Contact Form 7 is free also, and you can use it, and you can style it. But I think it takes more knowledge on how to make it look like the way you want to. And I used to use it all the time. I mean, it was great. Ninja Forms, I was like, I don't know about Ninja Forms. I don't know much about it and stuff. Here's the number one reason, well, there's multiple reasons why I like it over Contact Form 7, is that when your website creates a contact form and submits it and your server sends it out to your email server, contact form 7 would not save that message. You would have to cross your fingers and hope that that message gets to your email. But what happens if there's something wrong with your email? What happens if there's something wrong with the server? You don't notice it because you're busy doing other things. How do you even notice it? You don't know. You wait till that customer calls you. I filled out your contact form 3 days ago and you haven't called me yet. And I would like to give you $10 million to buy stuff and things from you. And you're like, oh, wow, I need $10 million. My contact form, why aren't you working? Hair pull. Well, you can easily fix that with contact form 7 by using another plugin called Flamingo. Flamingo will save that contact form into your database so you could go look at all the entries. Even if it doesn't send it to an email or the email is not working properly, it gets instantly created. That's 2 plugins to do 2 different things. Ninja Form has that built into it automatically for you. Now, it is a little bit different than most, but you know what? Hey, everything's different. You learn and you get it going. So I recommend that as your contact. There's multiple other ones out there, so it's up to you what you want to use. Let's see here. That's probably going to be it for the basic plugins to use. Let's just use these for now. We might install some later. But I say, if you're going to build a website, you will need these guys. I would say, out of the most important one in here, if I had to recommend one over any other one, because there's alternatives, I like the Optimus. I think let's call it that one. Let's go with that one. There's a bunch of other plugins. I think Lazy Load, other ones that do that. I like this one. Seems pretty lightweight, does the job. Haven't had complaints. After it compresses, I run my metric tests and they all come back great. So yeah, works pretty fantastic. Let's give it a whirl real quick. So media, we're going to add new because we can. Select file and let's look at this one. Properties. This is a 3.87 megabyte file. Details. 2048 by 24076. Again, this picture is way too big for the internet, but we're just going to prove a point here. It's going to sit here and compress it. Now, it does take a while for it to compress this image because it's doing a lot of things and stuff. It's doing compression, and it's making that image better for the interwebs. So just be patient, young pupils out there, WordPress stars. You guys are WordPress stars. Yeah, you are. Ugh, that was a little creepy. Sorry. Shh. Compress away. All right, so it is 100%, 100%, 100%. And it's not really 100%. We'll give it a little bit more second here because usually you should see the thumbnail right here on the left-hand side. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. So we wait. What are some of the plugins you guys like using? There's so many of them out there that I don't know them all. I don't use them all. The biggest plugin out there that I know of, WooCommerce, or one of the big ones, I've never used. I've never built an e-commerce site for someone. Don't tell them that. Don't say Carl has never built an e-commerce site. But hey, that's what my clients, not everyone sells something on the web. I sell services. You go to my website, you contact me, I'll consult you. So that's why I've never used WooCommerce. Nothing against it, just never built an e-commerce site for someone. And look, there we're done. Boom, bam, it's on there, media. And that beautiful image of that baby from a stock photo company I use, all rights for free, is right there. So those are some plugins that I will be using on this tutorial. Asismet, we really won't ever technically be using it. It's actually being used all the time, no spam. Google Analytics by WordPress by Monster Insights. Google Analytics for WordPress by Monster Insights to see some of that beautiful data from your website traffic. And let's see, I think I have mine pulled up from one of my other sites that just has random information. You have to authenticate your Google account. We're not going to do that. But real quick, here's one of them so you can see basically what it looks like. Bunch of ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. Here's page views and stuff like that. Very basic. Tells you what pages have the most views and direct how they got there, what countries, and all that beautiful stuff. Again, it's pretty nice overall view of it to see what's going on with your website and stuff and things. So again, you can check out more, or they have a pro edition, more information, because information is key to growing your business, right? I just personally use Google Analytics for more information. Plugins, go back, limit login attempts. Again, it's a way to protect yourself so people don't sit there and try to jam into your website. Ninja forms, it's what we use for our contact form. Again, we'll go more in depth into it once we actually start building a website. Optimus, it compresses photos, makes images better sized for the interwebs and your viewing devices. Yoast SEO, I guess it's probably the best SEO plugin out there. It's pretty great, even if you're an SEO expert. I am not. I know stuff and things, but I'm not an expert. It will help generate sitemaps. It will help generate your meta descriptions, so when people Google, you can see things. Again, we'll go over all of that stuff. So here are 6 plugins that I use for WordPress. So guys, if you guys liked the video, I would love if you hit the like button and share it to your friends and family so they can view it with their eyes and have the same power that you do. Or don't. Hold that power over them so they come to you for everything. Hit the subscribe button. I would love for you to subscribe and get more videos. Like I said, Mondays, WordPress, Wednesdays, hosting tips and tricks. Great stuff for everyone. Again, thank you so much for watching. Till next time, later.